Well, hello there. Welcome to the show, gamers. This is the first NA broadcast here for Winners League Season 3. My name is Royer Stronglegs. This right here is Young Vu. Vu, how you doing, baby?
I'm doing real good. Happy to do some casting outside of my own Twitch channel
Hey,
for the first time in a little bit and
nice.
catch some hopefully high level CS, right? Hopefully.
Yeah, I
And
mean it's definitely a mixed bag in here today, isn't it? Mythic versus Oceanus first, by the way, if you guys are wondering. Second match is Swole Patrol versus Livid. I think Knife Round is already underway, so we can just hop straight into the in-game, get off my face. Vu is beautiful, me not so much, so we'll just go to CS. That is always beautiful.
yeah, well, I think Oceanus, they're in a lower league than Mythic, right? They're in advanced, but Mythic is notoriously inconsistent, so I could see this one going Oceanus's way. And given the way Mythic has been performing recently, they've gone 1-4 in their last 5 in MDL. So I'm giving the edge to Oceanus here, which might be a bit of a controversial one. What about you?
To the Frenchies. I kind of agree. The only thing that kind of worries me here for Oceanus side at least is that Mythic, well, they have Flom, and Flom is an insane opper, and Dust2 is as old as Flom is, and that is a terrible recipe for Oceanus.
Yeah, Flom does have a tendency to go off on Dust too, but we'll see if the team can support him. And Oceanus, bit of an interesting play here up on Cat. A lot of teams run this into a Cat push, but if they did that, Mythic would be sitting here ready and waiting to take them down. And oh, that's exactly what they're going to do. And Mythic is completely ready for it.
Melio, I think he might have a heads up that this is happening. Really, there's no presence or pressure anywhere on the map, so he really doesn't need to keep advancing here. But he catches Calm, one shot, that's clean. It goes towards KMZ. He's going to make him fall back. Now silence towards long 8. I think the jig is up. They know exactly what's happening right now. But look at the player presence here for Oceanus.
Oceanus absolutely dominating Mythic on that long play. Mythic, I think, hoping to get a little bit of Cat pressure up towards the flank and get something to actually give space to those players coming up long, but instead that Cat presence was taken down immediately, and up on long they weren't able to get anything done. And trying to answer back here if they can, but 2v5 at this point, I think you're hoping if you can get a couple kills, maybe Oceanus give them an entry into the round, but no entry thus far, and the time is ticking down. Eventually they're going to have to head to the bomb site, and KMZ is here. He does go down though, and actually if Tensky goes down as well, this could be a massive opening into the bomb site, but Tensky just going to close it out. If they had cleared that angle, taken him down, I think that could have been into their favor to some extent, but instead he closes it out, and Mythic not even going to get the fabled bomb plant for the ridiculous second round bye.
Right? That has been the conversation, hasn't it? It is starting to become a little bit absurd, I have to admit. Nice tag. Melio's already tagged down. That's one of the B defenders now weakened. I imagine Mythic is probably keeping a note of that one. If in case they do want to enter towards the B site, they always have that option. For now, I think it's just slow spread. Nothing really crazy. They're not really committed to anything fast. They're just trying to get the tags off with Flom. They have Deagles as well. And of course, Salin has a scout of his own. So there's lots of opportunities here for Oceanus to get tagged down if they're not careful enough.
Yeah, they'll be given some angles to get some shots, and those Deags, you can get a scout shot. It's just one Deag shot to finish someone off. So they will have the opportunity to make their way into this one, and they're going to hit another shot there from Flom. Scout in hand. Flom, my God. Scout Lord. He takes down Joel's, and that's the entry they needed. Not only that, KMZ and Melio both hit. This is looking very well for Mythic, and if Melio gets overconfident here, this could be the round.
Definitely. And right now, Mythic has so much time left, too. They could just keep them in a loop here, not really let them know what they're up to. Two defenders in long gate, disjointed. One towards the A site, one towards stuck towards pit. Really has no choice but to commit to that. The only problem is, it's really an MP9 in pit, so how effective would that be once the bomb gets planted on the A site? Pensky is going to have to go massive here.
Yeah, KMZ needs to hold long, and Tensky can't go down like that. Flom with another scout shot, and KMZ, he's the only one to try and hold on to the A bomb site, but Mythic won't give him anything. That will be an open A bomb site. Plant comes down for free, and the retake will come through, but seemingly not long for this world. Melio, though, there's the double, and onto the A bomb site. He nearly finds the triple. He closes it down, leaves it all on Kohler. 3, but oh my, Haste. He's going to close it out as well. Thought he might have a chance into the 1v3. Instead, Mythic answer back. Who needs Kriegs? Scouts will do it.
Right. And that is one of the probably the most common strategy you see on Dust 2 now for T's with scouts and deagles, right? Is like, just take your time. Don't rush B and get stuck in mollies. Don't rush long A and get stuck in the kind of the crossfire there. Just take your time, get the scout tags, and it worked perfectly. And now Oceanus find themselves in a really awkward scenario. Not only that, but Jules has already fallen to Katie, and it doesn't seem like Mythic wants to stop at all.
KMZ is here to defend, though, but Katie gonna tack one on, and that should just about be the round. In fact, that's exactly what it's gonna be. Flom finds 2 more for himself, and I mentioned Mythic is notoriously inconsistent. Flom a part of that, but he's gotten a fantastic start into this one. Already found 5 kills, and that's the start you're looking for if you want Mythic to win here. Have your Opper start to turn on at the beginning of the game, and it's gonna be tough for Oceanus to answer back.
Agreed with that one. Kohler out in the middle. Unfortunately gets caught by Katie, and that is Mythic drawing the 2-1. A nice comfortable lead. Not only that, but Oceanus' economy is bankrupt. They have less cash than I do.
Yeah, they're on the welfare buy, which is a non-buy. They're responsible with the low money they do have. Not going to throw anything away, but Mythic, I mean, they've just been picking Oceanus apart, and as they head over to the B side, that's an empty B bomb site. Mythic head their way in. They'll be able to ransack the bomb site. Oceanus, nobody's home. They may just try and hold on to the USPs here and not get sprayed down by the MAC-10. Let Silent farm the extra money, because this round is not long for this world.
As they say, done and dusted.
Never heard that one before.
I literally always say as they say, but these are just random things that I actually made up. They sound something more official, but here we go. Calm. He's just having a bit of a shooting gallery. Katie's doing the same towards the B tunnels. If I am Oceanus, I'm literally just gathering my numbers, and that is exactly what I'd be doing. Just going for the isolated players. Only 1 kill to the MAC-10. Not worth the loss of armor there for Silent, unfortunately.
Yeah, Mythic's not really pushing overly aggressively. They know they don't really need the kills. They let Silent go for the farm. It didn't work out very well for him, and the rest of the squad is actually going to find all 5 kills. So Oceanus, they try and find some kills for themselves and stay alive and not let the farm come through. But at the end of the day, Mythic find all 5, and they head into the first gun round here. And look at the money in the bank for Mythic. It's not even going to be a gun. This is another save from Oceanus. That's unexpected.
Yeah, I feel like the only reason why they might be opting for it is because they really want the double op, right? They're probably the most comfortable with that. Excuse me, that's not Calm, that's Flom. He's leading the whole flock into the B site right now.
I think Mythic might be as confused about that save as we are. I'm thinking they were heading into that B bomb site expecting a full buy up. Instead, it's some pistols, upgraded, of course, and a little bit of armor, but this is going to be Mythic. Look how much money they already have. Oceanus is gifting the econ over to them. This is ridiculous how rich Mythic is going to be after this, and this is the tough spot to be in Dust 2, you know, like, you go down early on that CT side, you're expected to lose the rounds anyways. You know, T side has a clear advantage, and you give them 10K in the bank on multiple players.
Right.
I mean, actually, KMZ with the Deeg in hand, or the P250 rather, able to grab a kill for himself. And Mythic, they sacrifice several players. They are able to close it out, but I mean, losing 3 players there, that's completely unnecessary.
I think 2 of them were rifles too.
Yeah, that gives Oceanus a chance back into this one. It hurts the economy of Mythic a little bit, but still, I mean,
it's still, yeah, the purchasing power is
right?
real right now, for sure. Yeah, no doubt. I think Mythic off that spawn looks like they're headed straight towards that long gate. Now, this is the clash, right? This is the 50-50s, as coin toss as it gets. Flom looking to lead it. Nice flick onto Joel's. No response back at all from KMZ, the opera for the Oceanus side. Now, they double saved, but didn't even pick up 2 ups. That is surprising. If you're only going to force 1 up, might as well have forced the last round.
Yeah, I think it maybe we saw a little bit of miscommunication there, and maybe that's why Oceanus, they didn't have money for the op, but actually Mythic, they forced their way along. Melio needs to go massive here. He's got flash support from the teammate, but not able to find a kill for himself. And KMZ in the open, taken down. That's the round for Mythic, really. Kohler and Tensky, the last 2 remaining, and it would be, I mean, maybe their internet could disconnect and this could happen, but otherwise Mythic should be able to close out another one, and they're absolutely running away with this one, and they're even going to pick up the double op. Silent picking up an op for him. So I don't know what you think. What do you think about the double op on the T side? I'm not a huge fan of it personally.
I think that if you are going to run it, this is probably one of the only maps where it's not only viable, but really effective, actually.
Yeah, I mean, if you can have someone like Flom, where he just gets ridiculously aggressive, that play on long, that shot was
Nice.
sexy.
Right?
It was absolutely incredible. And of course, KMZ didn't get the trade back. I think he was full blinded up there, so can't really put that one necessarily onto him. That was just amazing from Flom. And if you have a player that can get that aggressive with the off as closeout comes through, if you have someone that can get that aggressive, then you can almost play it like a rifle, and that's when that double op actually can work out. I just think if you have a couple passive oppers, that's when things get a little bit uncomfortable.
Well, yeah, you also have to take into account the fact that Silent, not even about a year and a half ago, was a pro, right? I mean, he's a professional opper nonetheless. So, I mean, him having the op and T side is really just adding to the oomph more than anything, really. But again, Oceanus.
Yeah, they can't find some consistent success. I mean, they're just leaving openings for Mythic to find. And Hayes, he found an opening in middle. He did go down, and Joel's here in B. This could be big. D in hand, close range. Can spam him down. There's number one. He's got no support, needs to find more, but calm with the trade. And that's the B bomb site in control of Mythic, but still, man advantage for Oceanus.
Now, the hard part is here, retaking the B site. Not an easy task, especially without a kit, especially without much utility, but they do have flashes, and if they just chain them through, that might be their key. They're already going for it. Yeah, the chain flashes. This could be it right here, Food.
Calm, gonna find the double real quick, and with support as well. Calm was in perfect position there to find that double frag, and takes down the round. So Mythic, although it got a little bit uncomfortable there for a minute, they went down, man. They went to the right bomb site. B site just so hard to retake unless you have a plethora of utility. And Oceanus had a little bit, but Mythic had a whole lot more. And they got a whole lot more on the board as well. 6-1 up. And this is getting painful as you've got Calm likely to hit 16K here. You never want to hear that. In round 8, nonetheless.
All right, this is it for me, Vu. This round right here, this will give me an idea of where Oceanus stands on this map, in this match specifically.
I mean, they absolutely need it.
They need to make their stand. It has to be the stand right here. But it's going to be fast play for Mythic once again. Down the mid. KMZ missed shot and punished for it. Now they realize that there's probably likely only one defender here towards the B side. It's Kohler to hold back against this assault.
Yeah, not much of a hold there from Kohler. And the CT spawn defense is pretty much just in vain. As two players left standing. And at this point, I mean, they have to go for the save, but it's getting to the frustration point where you think, may as well go for it. We're down 6-1. We're getting absolutely dumpstered. And as you said, done and dusted, because they're just getting... Mythic is just popping out on them in every angle. And Oceanus, they're just not... I mean, part of it is it's so hard to deal with that confidence when it comes out. You can see Mythic there. They just popped out middle, caught, I believe that was KMZ off guard there on the ramp. Took him down immediately, and when you have a team with that much confidence, it's hard to deal with it, but, I mean, you have to give them a reason not to have confidence, and obviously Mythic, no reason not to be confident here as Flom going to be confident again, and, well, he does miss the shot, so Oceanus are, at least they don't go down early this time around.
Okay, Oceanus, I'm waiting to see some sort of sign of life here so far. Just see them overrun by Mythic. To be fair, it is sometimes when you're on that T side and you're really feeling it, you're really getting that momentum rolling. You're almost always feeling one step behind on Dusty, right? Okay, now we have to adjust for the aggression long. Oh wait, it's a fast mid to B. Try to adjust for the mid to B. Now it's another long A hit. It just seems like you're always one step behind. But now a man advantage. Melio, a free upgrade for him. Flom will let him get away after all. Oceanus maintain their man up right here.
Yeah, you can see the gameplay from Mythic going for that fast trade. Flom, he could have gone down there. It's a little bit risky to go that aggressive for the trade back, especially against an eco. However, Mythic, they have all the confidence, and for good reason. They're winning all of these, but as they make their way out middle here, there's 3 players to defend. Joel's Silent has a very good idea. He's here. He's going to try and draw him out and find the free kill. Joel's will go down, and that leaves the players in B on an island. Tensky and Kohler. Tensky not able to find the frags, and now Kohler all on his very lonesome, and Silent will put an end to that one, and that's an end to the round. Oceanus, they even found an entry into that one, but picked apart in the aftermath as Mythic find yet one more. And Calm and Katie and Flom and Hayes, they're all on 16K. This is a joke.
Wow. I am pleasantly surprised. I always do love to see Mythic pop off. They are actually a very fun team to watch when they're really feeling it. And right now, they are feeling it. 8-1.
Mythic is they're a lovable team, and especially with the way Flom plays, getting hyper aggressive with that op from time to time, it's just fun to watch.
Definitely.
Everyone likes the players. Everyone wants them to succeed. It's just, you wish they could be a little bit more consistent. If you could see Flom like this every game, I think they might be, you know, in contention to win MDL and win this league. But instead, Flom has a little bit of consistency issues, as does the rest of the team. As you can see, I'm missing a couple of shots there. Potentially had an opportunity to find one, but almost got taken down for the effort. And Kohler might give him another one here eventually.
Yeah, and the one thing that we aren't really seeing from Oceanus is really any sort of dynamic adjustments, right? They're getting pressured, but they're getting ying, but they're not really yanging. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they have a little bit of dynamic play on the ecos. You saw that last round where they found the entry, but on these gun rounds, they're just trying to play standard, and standard is getting them absolutely destroyed.
Standard and stationary. They're not really moving around the map that much.
They've got Kohler playing in middle here. Same thing he's done just about every round. KMZ, he does have that off on the B side, but Mythic execute out on them quickly here. And able to find the first one, and that's better than they have done in the past. And KMZ is here as well, but he goes down, and that's an empty B bomb site once more. Mythic will be into another 3v4. However, I think the 2v4 as down goes Calm.
Nice nade.
A little bit of HE damage, and the one-man disadvantage for Mythic to play out from on the B side. If you can do it on any map, it's B, but still going to be tough.
Silent, peeking behind the Molotov. That's a little cheeky to even up the round here, even up the 2 versus 2. Melio, Tensky on the other side of this wall, looking to retake this site. They don't really have much to work with except a set of flashes, and they're going to try it in right now, but Flom from behind, in tunnels, waiting for the contact, and Silent to clean up. 4 kills for Silent. Where are we right now, Vu?
I mean, Flom has 14 kills right now. If your opera's going off on Dust 2, you're having a good day, and Mythic is having a great day. This is a fantastic day for Mythic, as Flom just dominating right now. Absolutely dominating, and you love to see it. I mean, if you're a Mythic fan at least, but actually up on Cat, Kohler, if he could dominate here, this could give them a round. Melio's gonna do it. There's the double. That was slick with the Deeg in hand, and that gives them the one-man advantage. They've got a chance into this one, and Hayes is going to be trying to trade back quickly, but 2 players here to contend, and he will go down as well. Oceanus, this may be their first round since Pistol.
Now look how cheeky this is. Calm and Flom walking in, the double arms. KMZ's decapitated Calm. It's all down to the leader of the flock, and leader of flock has at least opened up the B site, but he knows he does not need to force the bomb plant just yet. He can find an isolation. Joels might just look to finish the round right now from above, and he's going to push right through, and he's going to eliminate Flom. A couple extra shots to relieve some of that frustration, and that's 2 on the board. I still think this is recoverable, Vu. I think a 9-6, if possible, even a 10-5, considering how this match is unfolding, would be a solid finish here. And if they can come strong in the next half, that could be it.
It could swing on its head, you know, because of the way Mythic is playing here. It could swing very quickly. They're playing so confident. If Oceanus is able to get their legs beneath them and actually start winning some gunfights, it'll be Mythic kind of running into the blender as they go aggressive after aggressive.
Right.
And Oceanus, they have a chance, but they obviously need to string these rounds together immediately. Still, 9-6 would be a competitive half. They're 9-2 down, but it can turn on its head so quickly. Melio looking to go big again up on Catwalk. Hayes is here, but Hayes finds the entry this time around. At the very least, the trade will come through, but 4v4 does somewhat advantage the T's. Katie, not comfortable with the 4v4, wants to go for more.
AMZ, though, getting some tags off onto Flom. He's weakening it. Now, they've pretty much forfeited control. They only have long house at most and a little bit of control towards short A. Upper B is forfeited. Calm has eliminated Kohler, which now actually puts a lot of pressure here onto Joel as the solo defender on the A site. Now, this is a double-pronged attack, and he needs assistance as soon as possible. And KMZ is making his way on in right now.
Jules has almost no utility. He needs to survive here. KMZ on elevator is going to be able to give some support, but it's on to him to actually hold on. KMZ does find the entry. Calm with the trade back. 2v2 is the name of the game now, as the A site will be conceded, and Mythic will be able to get a bomb plant. Now they just have to play the after plant that they've been so strong at so far.
Bomb planted for side pit. Hensky, KMZ. One from below, one from above. And I think KMZ just wants to reposition. He knows his position is compromised. So he's going to regroup, try to throw them off. But now they have to deal with Flomp on site with the op. Flashes are a little bit too low to deal with Flomp. That's going to be an easy pick for him. And it's only KMZ left now, the opper for the Oceanus side.
KMZ, he's found a couple kills in this round, but this is such a tough spot. Better to save the gun. That's exactly what he's going to do. And Mythic, they will make their way to double digits pretty smoothly here. That one, it got a little bit hectic. You can see the way Mythic's playing. You saw they went down a man, and then Calm just walked his way out long A, and that's what I was talking about. You know, it can turn on its head so quickly if Oceanus can start winning gunfights, but unfortunately, when you have players all going on their individual plays, as Mythic is doing, and they're winning the gunfights, Oceanus, even a 1 or 2 man advantage is not going to hold strong. You're going to get picked apart eventually somewhere. There's going to be one player isolated. He'll go down, and Mythic finds a way back into that one. I think it was a 2v4 at some point there.
Right.
Or maybe it was a 3v4, actually.
I mean, Mythic is a spoiled child right now, right? What Mythic wants, Mythic is getting. They want long A control, they're getting it. They want short A, they're getting it. It just seems like they're winning the entire phases of the round. And the only round, last round, where they lost the early game, they still managed to win the mid and late game.
Yeah, absolutely. And this time around, Oceanus, they gave up long because Mythic went for it, and now they're going to try and double up on Cat. But Mythic, they have ideas for themselves. And no spread here, actually, from Mythic. That's a little bit different than usually in KMZ. The late contest in middle, that does actually take the bomb down, and that caused a lot of problems here for Mythic, as they were probably relying on that op to make its way over to pit so they could take up long. Instead, the op goes down, and this is the advantage Oceanus needed. It's just tough to say that they even have a real lock on this round at this moment, as Mythic have just shut down these rounds time after time.
Triple and towards long A side right now. Now, Hayes' lurk in middle could be problematic for Oceanus if it's not dealt with correctly. Double smokes for the cross. Now the bomb tries to make its way on in. Kohler with the spam through the smoke eliminates Silent. That's an easy pick. A double man advantage now, but here comes Hayes on this. Could be the tie turner.
Hayes through mid doors. Just needed to find a couple there, but the trade does come through, and it's left into the 2v4. Bomb will be planted freely, and Calm is in position, but the flank is going to be the name of the game. As Kohler comes out, if he gets dealt with effectively by Calm, they should be able to lock down that cat play. It's very tough to just come up through catwalk. But Calm, he hasn't yet thought that the flank could come through. I think he's fully committing to the cat play. He will come down in the flank here eventually. Misses the shot, goes down, and Katie actually able to find a double, but KMZ, the jumping off. Alrighty then, KMZ.
All right. Out of all the ways that it would have ended, it's a jumping op shot. You love to see that one. That's a +1 for style points right there.
They do have the double op now. This is the first time they've gone for the double op, actually, all half. Surprising. I feel like most teams, when they start going down, you know, maybe by 8-2 down, you go for the double op.
It's like the first adjustment they make.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm surprised they haven't gone for it at all.
Right.
And then they do opt into it. I mean, if you're not going for it at that point, you feel like, you know, they don't go for it at all. But they've got the aggressive op from Jules. So finally, some aggressive play here from Oceanus on a gun round. And Jules in position to find something here, but there's the frag. Jules takes it down. He's going to be able to back off. So that's the free entry for Mythic. They do lose long control in the process, but at the very least, they've got a man advantage, Oceanus rather. And Mythic have to play out once more from down by 1. Make it down by 2.
Oh my lord, you just got put to sleep.
KMZ's really turning on right now.
Yeah, KMZ was actually, for me, one of the players to watch in this matchup. He's actually the only non-Canadian on the Oceanus lineup, and I can see why. Man is really talented, really aggressive operator. It's almost vintage simple NA version.
Unfortunate. hasn't been able to activate until this late in the half, but still, this one isn't quite over yet.
Definitely.
10-5 is not your favorite halftime scoreline, but it's workable. However, Tom working his way up long. This could be winnable for him. He's able to catch the player on cat off guard, but Joel's was there to contest. Didn't let it happen for free, but Katie actually going to be able to find a kill, and the cat play comes through as well. Now it's back into a 3v3. All of a sudden, Mythic back in control of this one, and Oceanus, they're all trapped in CT. They have to rotate all the way around. Mythic, they have plenty of time to work with now, too.
Blom, though, up close and personal. A little careless right there from Oceanus, but they still managed to find the kill without losing a man. Katie, Calm, the duo left here from Mythic, trying to secure this round for the team. Calm looks away at the worst possible timing, gets eliminated by Tensky, and it's all down to Katie.
Katie,
only good
if
for
anyone
one.
could have done it, it would have been Katie. Katie is just about the only consistent player on Mythic, really, to be finding consistent success. And
She's
unfortunately
nuts.
not able to do it that time. Yeah, she is amazing. I've seen some absolute bombs of games from Katie, and I mean, she's kind of, it's memed at this point, but she's kind of quietly made her way to 14 kills. We were talking about Silent earlier. We obviously were talking about Flom, but Katie's got 14 kills. Just who knows how.
I hate this map. I hate this map, Foo.
Oh yeah, that auto sniper spam should be illegal. It's absolutely ridiculous, and they're gonna use that to draw rotate. Katie out middle. Melio is rotating in. No flash comes through. May well go down. Have a good idea of this exact play. Melio, nade in hand. Silent catches him off guard, but actually support from KMZ, having a fantastic game for himself, able to find that frag on a Silent, and that gives room for Melio to survive. And Mythic not letting the foot off the pedal quite yet, but they are down a man for the time being.
Now, mind you, the bomb hasn't really committed yet for Mythic, so an option to fall back is there. Katie is pretty much committed. Katie will eliminate Melio. That's going to keep KMZ looking in this direction, but the bomb is already making its way back into a different prong of attack, and right now it's towards lower. They haven't really decided where they want to go just yet. They're waiting to see what happens with Hayes, but unfortunately, KMZ with the scope, the American sniper, eliminates him. It's down to the two players here. A missed shot from KMZ leaves him wounded and dead. It's all down to Katie and Calm. Make that just Calm.
As Kohler goes down, they have a real chance into this one. Calm, last man standing, but he's going to be able to get the bomb plant. He's going to be able to rotate out into any position he wants. And B site, such a tough spot to retake. You have so many angles that you have to clear. Calm. Oh, is he going for the big brain play? This is exactly what he's doing. He planted for doors, so he's going to be able to clear it from doors. He tries to rotate his way around. If Oceanus just stick it, this one is done and dusted. But it's a matter of timing, and they just now tap. They're not sticking it.
They know. They definitely know.
They don't know. Still finds the kill.
There it is. Okay.
Jules with the trade.
What is going? Come on. I feel like that was a little obvious. That was a little obvious, though.
Yeah, that was. It just takes a little bit too long to rotate around tunnels. Maybe he thought he had a couple extra seconds on that rotate, and if he did, they may not have realized it, but they pushed their way in immediately. A lot of teams are going to wait a little bit longer, throw some utility down, and then go for the retake, and you can feel like you've lost where your opponent is. They just ran right in. So that's kind of their retaking style, catching Calm off guard and catching the 5th round for Oceanus. So they were once upon a time down 8-2. Now 10-5 is a successful halftime scoreline given that score.
No, I definitely agree. Considering how that half unfolded, a 10-5 finish is the best that Oceanus could have asked for. Now they have life attempt number 2, a second chance here, Vu.
Silent, not finding the shots. The first player in B needs to find the frags, and he goes down, as does Flom. Katie, the only one to respond, nearly able to find a double. Doesn't find the second, but does retain the 3v3 and testing for more. Katie wants to go big, and that's exactly what she does. One more for her scoreline, and Joels needs to answer back. Only able to find the first. Hayes in tunnels. This is such a ridiculous situation, and Joels will finally be put into the grave, but that was a very tense one. A couple extra stray bullets could have turned that one in either direction.
I like the movement there from I'm not sure who it was, the entry for Oceanus, but he's just jumping around, looking downwards, bunny hopping into the site. Tanked so much damage for Oceanus on that entry. That was so sick. You got to give credit. Round's not for them, unfortunately, but Mechanics, well, there's
the creek
little respects.
This is the Krieg buy.
This is it.
Val
Triple
leaves,
SGs.
and they're gonna make their way over to long. This is where the round is gonna be decided. If Oceanus can get out long, the round is already essentially over. But Mythic, they had a good spawn with a molly in hand there, prevented the long play, and that puts Oceanus in a little bit tougher of a spot. Still, the Krieg's very strong, but I've seen a couple pros, you ask the question, what do you do once the Kriegs get in the pit on second round? And the answer is you lose the round. The round is over. You may as well save your guns. Maybe not quite to that extent, but once they get into the pit, it's incredibly tough to deal with.
I mean, look at the buy that Mythic has. Triple rifles, 2 of them are FAMASs, a single M4, MP9s. None of these weapons, rather, are effective weapons to deal with SG's long range, really.
Yeah, I think the MP9, a lot of teams kind of focusing on heavy MP9 buys and getting up close. Instead, you have Flom here. He's up on A plat with a FAMAS. If a Krieg peeks into him, you have to think the Krieg should certainly be winning that engagement. And that's exactly what Oceanus is going to do here. They're going to walk out on Flom. He's going to need to go big with an inferior weapon and not much utility either.
Oh, Flom has a golden FAMAS.
Time is ticking down, though, actually. Only 30 seconds left. They need to force it in now.
Only 25 seconds now. Flom with a golden FAMAS. Not quite the golden aim, though. KD gets one dink and a kill, but eliminated instantly after. Melio, the French-Canadian Deagle, erases Calm from the long gate control, and that is the A site busted open with very little time left. Luckily, the bomb is now planted. Silent and Hayes trying to their pronged attack, but Silent actually with a jumping MP9 managing to turn this into a 1 versus 1. Melio, it's down to him.
Melio up on Cat. Silent knows he's there. Silent needs to make this one an absolutely ridiculous round, and he's found the kill. Silent found 3 jumping MP9 shots. 3 jumping with the MP9. That's about how you deal with the Krieg. Right there. You just jump MP9 people. You can't shoot back. That is absolute insanity.
Wow.
All the Krieg overpowered. Maybe the MP9 needs a nerf.
Yeah, the jumping mechanics are... I guess that is like the one benefit of buying SMG, right? Is it doesn't really have crazy air inaccuracy. Or any air inaccuracy, actually. But 12 to 5.
Oceanus, they're buying again. Another double Krieg buy.
Right,
and this time they will be able to fight long control, and they're going to find the kill as well. Trade does come back. Mythic not letting this one stay, but the op is here. If Flom goes down, this round will be well in favor of Oceanus, and he does. That back into the 2v2. All the guns were down there on long A, and op could be picked up, but who needs it? Got the Krieg in hand here. Silent does have one to respawn, but still going to be a tough one as Oceanus have potentially free control of the A bomb site here, and that gun spotted out. Melio sees it. And that should be it. That should be lights out. That's exactly what it is. Silent goes down, and Hayes with only an MP9 long range.
This is a tough one, Vu. Smoke to block him off. That Molotov's going to give away his position definitively. Now there's really no more question. Hayes will have to reposition. It's going to be CT spawn. Maybe he can go for the second round of the jumping MP9, the flying attack.
You won't be able to get up close and personal here.
Nope.
Melio gonna get a little bit more personal. Take that headshot down, and that's the T-side economy in a nutshell right there. Mythic, they won pistol round, but Oceanus got a bomb plant. Then Mythic win the second round, and they're still not out of the woods. And now they're forced onto the double eco. Katie gonna go for the force, and Oceanus, they have a line back into this game if I've ever seen one.
This is it, right? The double eco. This is exactly what they needed. And considering how the economy has been playing now, I'm not really that surprised to see it happening. But now it's going to be long A control, SGs, ops against USBs and Deagles. I'm coin flipping. It's landing in Oceanus 8 out of 10 times here.
Pitbulls versus Poodles, but Calm is able to answer back with one. However, not worried about the utility usage. Mollied out of position, and Oceanus will be able to close this one out in just the way they started it. 4 members remaining, and Mythic, they can't feel too uncomfortable quite yet, but Oceanus, off of 1 gun round victory, they're going to be just about tied up, assuming they can close out these anti-ecos, which thus too, I mean, it's a tough map to win the eco rounds if you only have USPs, just such long range engagements. almost nothing you can really do.
Agreed. And one thing we haven't really talked about yet is the fact that Dust 2 is relatively kind of T-sided, especially at this level of NA, right? I don't really find many teams having like ultra successful CT sides. It's really just heavily T-sided. I mean, they got 5 rounds, even though it was really sloppy by Oceanus. And now they find themselves at a straight beeline to a potential tie. But they have several gun rounds to go. This one is an eco, so it should be, if everything goes according to plan at least, Oceanus picking up the 8th here.
There is 5 players on the A side for Mythic, so if ever there was a setup that could actually find something, it's this. However, Oceanus, they have the right idea, actually. They're going to head back, loop around, and you've got Joel's in tunnels here. He may be realizing that this is a A stack coming out. And if they, I mean, even if they make their way up Cat, it's going to be so incredibly tough. All 5 players on elevator, not even upgraded pistols on a couple members. They're fully stacked up to deal with the long play. You've got Calm holding a flash out, waiting for the push to come through, and they're going to be very surprised and not in a very good way as Oceanus make their way up Cat, and Melio will be able to clean things up. That's exactly what will happen. The easy cleanup, heads to pick onto elevator. Answer back by Hayes, but the answer not really heard very well by Oceanus.
All right, they're probably like, man, there's cockroaches down here. I know it, and just coming out one at a time through the smoke. This is madness.
Exactly what it was. Oceanus, the lead's cut down to 4. So Mythic, if they lose this one, they're within spitting distance, and Oceanus are going to have all the momentum here in the second half.
I mean, at this point, it's every other round's a bye for Mythic, right? So it's really just 2 gun rounds separating Oceanus from a potential tie here, as long as, of course, under the assumption that Mythic isn't saving any weapons, but all is within realm of possibility.
Yeah, a ton of money here for Oceanus as well, similar to the situation Mythic was in. And on this B bomb site, this is similar as well. Hayes only able to find 1. The answer needs to come back from Silent as he's stuck in the back of the bomb site, but he'll be unceremoniously ended, and that's another round for Oceanus. You have to think, in all likelihood, there's no way this retake is coming through.
Nah, this is literally the lowest success retake bomb site in the game.
Yeah, the only other bomb site I think is similar is B site on Mirage, but still it's not even quite the same. I mean, not quite to the same level, but I'm thinking you have another map or another bomb site other than B Mirage. I think Dust 2 B and B on Mirage are my top 2. I'd put Dust 2 ahead, of course, because there's only just the 2 entrances. But what, do you have another rating there?
No, I'm just surprised. I did not think B site was considered one of the hardest sites to retake. Quite a few.
I think it's
definitely similar mechanically, though. Mechanically speaking, it's very similar.
Yeah. Yeah, if you can get control of it with some utility left, I think that's what really matters. Similar to B site on Dust 2 here. If you have some utility, there's really no way out. You can lock down one of the entrances, you can molly down the other, and it's just about nothing you can do once you get clean control. It's just a little bit harder to get clean control of Mirage.
Right.
B site. But in any case, Mythic are going to be on to yet another eco. Oceanus hoping to make their way to double digits, and seems like a very likely scenario now.
Yeah, no, Mythic only has 1 player towards the B site right now. That second player, the B rotator, he's up close and personal on the mid doors. The rest of the 3 players are all reinforcing the A site towards Cat, and a single player towards Long. Where's Flop with the op here? There, he's on Cat. Okay, there it is.
He had the right idea. Found that aggressive play, able to take down Melio, and he's going to rotate around with it as well. Oceanus, they're playing very slow, trying not to let anything go wrong, but in doing so, they're allowing openings for Flom to find entries. If he could find another one, this one is going to be into the hands of Mythic in a big way.
I mean, yeah, he's definitely leading the flock right now. He's all over the place. 80, Flom, the only 2 weapons available are grouped up together. They're trying to defend that short A hit if it comes. The bomb is still towards lower, though, Vu, so this is suggesting that they're not committing on that short A. They're going to come back upper. KMZ, here's this. Quick flicks to Hayes. Now it's going to give them passes to the B site, but Calm, he's going to get there first, but he only has a deagle.
Already found the first one. Swinging through. Deeg could do this one big, but Kohler with the trade, and Joel's going to tack one on as well. That should just be about the nail in the coffin for this round for Mythic, but Katie may be able to take down the bomb planter, forcing through quickly. There's number one, but Kohler with another trade for himself. He's going to clean it up as well. Down goes Flom, down goes the round, and up goes Oceanus. Double digits now on the board, and look at the economy as well. This is a mirror image of the first half.
Absolutely. Luckily for Mythic, though, at least they have some money for a purchase. Only a single op, and I'm hoping I get to see the double op early here for Mythic, though. Oceanus made the mistake of not really getting it out soon enough, and they kind of paid the price for it, didn't they? You know, Oceanus looking to flood the B side once again. This flat. Look at these flashes that they throw. It's like impossible to avoid.
Oh, that entry from Melio, that is ridiculous. Running with the Krieg and already over. It's done. They're not even going to go for it. Mythic, they know this round's done. They're not. They're just saving. And this is almost looking even more one-sided than what Mythic was doing. And I wanted to say this is I thought this would be a telling round. Mythic, this is their second gun round of the half, I believe. And they're getting closed in on scoreline-wise. They can't pick up the round win here. You have to think that they're going to have a tough time mounting any sort of success in this half. Oceanus may well bring it to 16-12 the way this one's looking.
If I'm Oceanus, I'm pretty much throwing everything at this, honestly.
Yeah, they could certainly do well to take down the frags. However, Mythic, they're actually rewarded here for holding on and surviving with the two players. They find quite a few kills, and that won't matter in the immediate future. However, if Mythic are starting to win rounds here, if they can actually get something going on the CT side, that could actually put them an eco 1 round sooner than they otherwise would have been thinking. That can actually end up making a tangible difference at some point, but still worth it to go try and take that op out of the hands of Flom, because he saw in that round, he didn't win the round for his team, but he gave them an opening, and he made Oceanus really, really scared. And if Flom had been on the right side of the map, if Oceanus hadn't had the right IGLing there, I think we may well have seen him go big and find a round win for Mythic.
Okay, wait, do we agree that Oceanus has at least 3 buy rounds in a row? Including this one, so they have this buy and 2 more back-to-back.
Yeah, well, the ridiculous thing is, if they're able to get bomb plants in all 3, they essentially have unlimited buys, I think.
Even without bomb plants, I think they have unlimited buys, right? Because if they lose 3 in a row, Mythic is already at 15, and by the time they get even up there, they'll have the massive loss bonus. I think they're set. I think they're good money-wise for the rest of this for the rest of this game, even, and no matter how it unfolds, really.
Yeah, they could have a bit of a wonky buy at some point if they're not able to get any bomb plants on those losses, but definitely they're not really hurting. Yeah, they're not really hurting. It's going to take some very uncomfortable round wins, or going down to 1 player to really hurt this one in any tangible fashion.
All right, let's see.
Actually, for Oceanus, down middle, Flom, knife out, brought a knife to a gunfight. Down he goes, and the split's going to come through. Katie already gone down as well, but this may be a surprise. 2 players still here on the B bomb site. They may actually catch Oceanus off guard. They're not even expecting it. Noah is here to defend. Needs to go absolutely massive. He's able to find the first, not able to find the spray down, and Hazed only finds 1 as well. Mythic, they were given an opportunity a little bit there. Oceanus clearly did not expect 2 more players on that B bomb site, but they just weren't able to land the shots. And Oceanus, I mean, called it a mirror image. This is exactly what was happening to them in first half. It's just happening in the opposite direction.
I don't know who's calling for the French-Canadian side right now. I think it might be Kohler, if I'm not mistaken, but that was masterful. That's why I was laughing. This was a masterful call. They've already conditioned them that the B hits are unstoppable 2 times in a row. And they throw a similar beginning to the round. They bait the flashes. It pulls so much attention for Mythic. They get 2 players instantly rotating, but they had 3 players waiting in middle for those rotators. That's savage, food.
Yeah, they had 2 players run straight down suicide. That's why that timing came out. Flom had his knife out. You don't expect 2 players to run right down middle all the way to the bottom. That's not exactly what you're expecting. And actually, KMZ not expecting Flom up top mid this early. Flom might be able to get a flank off, but unfortunately, the A side of the map doesn't delay. All that needed to do was delay. No such thing will come through, and Flom's flank will be a little bit impotent here.
They might have done it, Vu. They've taken the lead.
Yeah, this is where they get the true test. Sometimes you have that answer back. You know, you go into overtime, win 10 rounds in a row, get back into OT, and Flom testing his aim here a little bit, but getting to OT, and then it ends up being 19-16 or 19-15, and Oceanus are going to be able to get the lead here, but that may be the moment where they start to get a little bit overconfident. And they've only lost the 2 rounds here on their T side, and they feel like they're running over Mythic. If they don't feel, or if they begin to feel a little bit overconfident, Mythic might answer back and just bring it up to 16 immediately.
Hey, so maybe we do have a game on our hands after all. Flom with ASG, likely to drop that over as he's looking for the op most likely. There it is, double op setup with SGs available now.
Yeah, this is what we needed to see. This is kind of a little bit desperation from Mythic. Can't find anything that sticks, and this may well be it as Flom with the sexy entry there takes down Kohler, and Joel's up on Catwalk will be able to answer back with one, nearly able to take down Calm as well. So even though Mythic, they find the entry, Flom is able to give them a chance. The answer back goes all in Oceanus' way. And in fact, they have long control and cat control. This is such a tough spot to be in. This hold is going to be under attack immediately.
Flom looking to defend against this, but there are way too many targets in sight, and Joel's on the lurks, able to find a kill on the rotator as well. Now it's out in the open. Joel's from the side comes in as well, striking, not relenting on the pressure whatsoever, and is silent in the 1 versus 3. He has to consider all his options, and one of those options might just be a save. No kit, limited on health, and really far away from that bomb site.
This is one of those frustration plays, I think. If Silent was to go for this, it's obviously not a play you want to be going for, but you get a little bit frustrated. You've lost so many rounds in a row. You kind of think to yourself, you know what? I'm going for this anyways. Just make the YOLO play, try and go for it. And Silent won't be doing that, but it looked like he considered it there for just a moment. He thought about going for it, but that is going to be Oceanus picking up their 14th. And Mythic, they were able to get the entry there from Flom, but they gave up all of long and cat control. And once that happens, you have no control of anything. You had Flom up on A plat with Calm. They were trapped on the A plat, and they had nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. And Oceanus just ran up, found the trades, and that's the A site clear. That's the round in their favor, and that's the 2-round lead now. And the only player finding anything really here as of recent is Flom, nearly about the 30 bomb, but his team just can't answer for him.
I mean, this is an Opera's Paradise map, to be fair. On both sides, right? Like, some of the maps have awkward dynamics on one of the sides. Like, Inferno T-side op being really difficult. But this map is, you pick up the op and you can find something anywhere, really, on both sides. But right now, it's Oceanus in the driver's seat. Switching up the pace a little bit. They've been going really fast, and now they're looking to kind of shift down to the first gear. A little slow, a little methodical.
I'd be worried going this slow with Flom playing as aggressive and well as he has. You know, the reason playing fast is working out so well for them, I think, is it's kind of neutered Flom a little bit. He's been unable to find the entries and rotate around, and this round may be his round to do so as the Molly actually misses. It's supposed to land deeper. He's going to be able to hit a shot. He actually misses it there through the wall, and that will be his aggressive play absolutely neutralized, and it's actually the play out long. Katie, I think she didn't spot the player. Kohler walked his way out, and if he checks the corner, this should be a nail in the coffin for Mythic's entire hopes in this game, as they're going to be able to collapse down on Flom on A plat. Kohler, he's not going to check it. Katie finding that kill. That is massive. That is pivotal in this round.
There it is. Now the execute's coming into play. Joel's attempts to get the kills through the smoke, but it's going to be Tensky to draw blood onto Flom. Now, luckily for Mythic, they have so many more players alive and well, and they're up close and personal, and it is Oceanus dropping the round. Mythic picking up 13.
Mythic finally able to get something working there. Flom didn't actually land the entry on Catwalk, but Katie in the 1v1, that round swung entirely off of that. I think if Katie went down, Flom, he was on the ramp there. He had no support anywhere near. That round would well have gone Oceanus' way. Instead, Katie was able to find that frag and continue to stand strong. Really the only rifler on Mythic able to find consistent success in this game specifically, up on 24 kills. That will give
Katie?
them the round way back into it. And Flom, again, this is why I was saying, going slow may not be in Oceanus' favor as Flom finds a nice entry there. He's able to find an opening, Oceanus leave it, and he's able to find another shot on Tensky as well. So Oceanus now, this is looking a whole lot more like their first half, where they just got entryed on every round.
Slowly but surely being picked apart. Vu. This is not good. This is feeding Flom even more smoke for the Mitsubi. The flashes to deny him any sort of vision. It's going to be Hayes to respond, but Hayes with the flashbangs to support Flom. That is great work. Now the Molotov to slow them down, and Oceanus is stumped. Vu.
Flom with all the confidence in the world. However, Melio, he should have some confidence. Well, that double, it actually opens things up. It's only onto that is silent on this B bomb site. If he gets entryed on, Melio with the Krieg in hand could well do it. If he goes down, he misses the shot. He's going to have to land the second one, and he actually does it. Not able to land the third, but now Tensky alone into the 1v2. Low HP, rotate's going to be here well in time. This one should be a gimme for Mythic.
Okay, he gets baited in. Tensky now hunting for the kill. The problem is Flom is, or excuse me, that's Calm. I always get their names mixed up. That's Calm posted up. That's really great work. Great communication. And that's 14-14. Game's tied up once again. It seems like Mythic is finally showing signs of life here on the defense. And Oceanus, luckily for them, that massive amount of cash is still there. Now again.
The tank's going to be drained.
Yeah. The only...
Flom is hit 30. Flom is on 30 frags right now.
107 ADR as well.
That is something. Long Mythic getting taken down. That's the entry Oceanus has been getting most of the half, and there's the second as well. Kohler with the double entry, and that's Flom's team again letting him down a little bit. Katie this time around went down, and 3v5. Oceanus gonna have full control of the A bomb site. If Flom can't get a pick crossing, they may even save. Nice little leg shot there, just the how do you do to the foot of Joel's, but certainly, they shouldn't even be going for this one. They don't have enough money to buy in the next round. They're just going to try and save. And if I'm Oceanus, I'm pushing heavy on this one. They have a couple players that can afford to buy pretty comfortably. They have at least 3 buy-ups pretty comfortably should they go down. And Mythic is the team that has the economy on the brink of disaster here.
I'm really surprised to see Oceanus not already hunting. You're absolutely right. This is definitely a hunt round. I'd throw almost all my weapons on this, except the op, honestly. That'd be like the only weapon I don't give away here.
Yeah, KMZ is down a little bit low. Tensky on 1,200. Can see why they're a little bit apprehensive about the pushing, but Kohler and Joel's 1,450. They're going to have 5,000. That's more than enough to go for a full buy. And maybe they just don't realize how fragile the economy there for Mythic was, because they certainly could have put themselves in a much better situation to close this one out, but still in a good spot. Gun round will come through, and they're the ones with the lead here.
Ooh, I hate this map.
Close this out quickly.
Look at this. Look at this mechanic.
Oh, it's ridiculous. It's almost as ridiculous as the Krieg one-tapping people as they jump across. That's the part that's really getting me. Not even the auto sniper. You just tap on that cross with the Krieg. It's like a guaranteed 1 kill a round, or a map rather.
It's a little absurd. No, Oceanus. Yeah, they're looking to actually start off with early cat control. Not only that, but they've managed to avoid making sound until just about now. No, it's gonna be Katie hearing this. I mean, it's 15-14, right? It's a tough one to go aggressive on. There's a lot of factors here.
Yeah, it makes it a little bit worrisome to go aggressive, but at the same time, he's been so consistently successful with the aggression. Playing back this time, it's going to cause Katie to rotate over, and this B play is going to come out only into 2 players.
Katie decapitating Tensky down in the middle. Melio might have a chance to respond and equalize the round up. Maybe not yet, though.
It's actually Katie that found the frag this time around and forces Oceanus over into the waiting arms of Flom. They don't have a lot of time to work with. They don't have a lot of utility. 3 flashes and a molly, and they don't have many players either. Only 3 members remaining. Flom nearly taken down immediately, but as he survives, the rotate will come in, and Katie tacks one more on. That's 3 for her on the round, and Flom should be able to clean it up. That's exactly what he's going to do. Overtime.
Wow.
Should be coming through. And that is back and forth game all the way through. But you can look at the frag count. That tells a major story here.
For
Flom on
sure.
32, Katie on 27, and Oceanus, they're all grouped up together here on around 20 kills.
I mean, excluding KD, Flom almost has the combined kills of ranked 3rd and 4 on the scoreboard for Mythic. That's pretty disgusting. It's going to be fast play. Now, Oceanus has actually found most of their success with his early fast plays. I'm surprised to see them slow down and get picked apart by Flom. If you're going to go slow, you have to have some sort of method to deal with the oppers. Otherwise, you're just going to bleed numbers. Right now, it's a fair exchange of damage. Leaning for Oceanus.
Yeah, they were having a lot of success with that B play, going fast on B, and they did draw a little bit more pressure. Nobody playing mid heavily early for Mythic. They're often doubling up B entirely. But even when they doubled up B, things did not go well for Oceanus early. And Flom, that was wicked. Up in hand, finding another entry. And like you said, this is what happens. Mythic, or Oceanus rather, going a little bit slow. Flom given space to work with. And, you know, he's having a fantastic game for himself. He's going to take that space and run with it.
Now, with the bomb's positioning, this is definitely going to be a commitment to the Mitsubi here. Unfortunately for Oceanus, there's still 2 players defending. Hayes will be the first line of contact. He spotted up several players. Now they know this is a commitment on the Mitsubi. Hayes off the flashbang finds 1 and a second as well. And make that a 3rd. Melio now the only player left. And Hayes, the assassin right now. 4 kills in hand and the first round of overtime for Mythic.
Hayes was bottom fragging there at the beginning of that round, but he turns it around quickly. And that's what I'm saying. A little bit of inconsistency there for Mythic. Even within the same game, Hayes was having a pretty tough time, especially on those B site hits. He was kind of being taken down pretty easily. Not able to find and really hold his weight. And out on long, Pensky not going to hold his weight this time around. Down he goes. And another entry for Flom. Tack that one onto the scoreboard. I don't know if we can keep count of how many entries he's found, but his first kill count is ridiculous.
We do have stat pages on win.gg. You'll probably be able to see it there.
I want to take a look at that one. And Elio
Elio.
looking for the trade back. There it is. And now you've got Flom. He's trapped out here. He needs to go big, and he does. Flom with the double. And that should put... Oh, he even adds insult to injury with another one. Flom going to find the ace here as Kohler will give him the angle, but Kohler... A little bit of a consolation frag there. Consolation frag. You took down the man that destroyed your whole universe.
And you denied him the ego ace. Now Kohler, there is potential he could bring this one back. Hayes removed, KD isolated. That could be a second duel Kohler finds here. The Molotov's going to provide him some smoke. It might protect him from that player all the way further back, but maybe not. Silent will hit the shot. Kohler eliminated. Mythic 2.
Silent misses that shot. I think Kohler actually wins that round, but Silent able to land it. And, you know, Kohler was able to prevent Flom from finding the ego ace, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to prevent him from finding the ego 40 bomb.
Jesus. Haven't seen me one of those in a minute, Vu.
Haven't seen one in quite a while. And this play actually from Joel's, that's some confidence. Out middle, catches a player with a nade out. He's going to be able to molly him out of position as well. Needs to land the shot, but Katie does it one quicker. And now the B play, there's only one prong, and they actually abort mission. They wanted to split out towards B with Joel's heading through middle there, but instead he wasn't able to take the player off guard that he caught down. And instead, Mythic, or Oceanus rather, into the 4v5, and they have to head back to A, and Katie is fully aware of it.
Smoke's gonna fade, and it's gonna be Kohler. That's an equalizer right there. Bomb is still on Cat. Oceanus' intent is still unknown to Mythic. And I think they might just commit to the Mitsubi. Double smokes, Molotov from behind the box. Player making his way upper B. This is definitely a Mitsubi here. Ooh.
And Hayes is here to hold on at the boxes. Finds the double again. His B-hold has been absolutely fantastic. Adds one more. Finds the triple. And that's the B-hold that Mythic needed in regulation to close this one out without needing overtime, as Hayes has, I believe that's 10 kills in the last 3 to 4 rounds there.
I think so, too.
They wanted to hit B, then they wanted to hit A, but they found that kill on Katie, and I think they thought that was the real opening into the round, but instead the opening was closed immediately, door shut on that play, and Mythic, one round. That's all they need here on T side. They were able to pick up 10-5 was the scoreline of the first half. I feel like this one is a gimme. But Oceanus, they have begun to activate, and they've got the double op as well. There is a chance, but this is a long shot.
Now, Mythic, you have 3 attempts here to close this one out without a need for a second OT. Oceanus, you have to pick up 3 in a row here on the defense. Luckily for them, it's 16k MR3, so no saves required. Okay, Joel's. Draws first blood down towards middle. Mythic, they're a little too spread apart right now. They're not really sure what they want to do, but based on their positioning, ace play is definitely a possibility with Calm on the lurk.
Yeah, they are making their way back over to the A side, and this is a fairly light hold on A. Kohler on pit needs to hold on. He can't rotate off, which means KMZ will be heavily leaned upon to actually control the A bomb site. Flom was able to do it on Mythic's CT side a couple of times, but here KMZ needs to do it for about the first time ever, and Hayes already pushing aggressive, already found the entry. KMZ with a quick trade, needs to find more. All alone on the A site, there's his second. Silent will be able to trade, but the man advantage stays for Oceanus as they will make the retake happen, and in fact, the bomb's down.
Oh, it fell all the way down. Calm, he's picked it up, but he made it not has escape available, and it's going to be Joel's to take the blood. Silent, a 1 versus 3. 12 seconds left on the clock. It's looking like a round for Oceanus. There it is, 16-18.
That was the ops getting work done. Entry for, is that Joel's, I believe, and the hold on the A bomb site for KMZ. That shot onto the player that dropped down onto elevator. That was the round right there. They don't get that one. KMZ misses that shot, and the round and the game go the way of Mythic. Instead, he's able to land that one, stand tall on the A bomb site, and lock it down. Only 2 rounds left now for Oceanus to force OT number 2.
Hey, it's a good time to take a deep breath, isn't it? Bit of a slow pace here for Mythic. They've already gained control of short A. Katie's been tagged down, so her shenanigans in the middle have come to an end. Really going to weaken her confidence now. And she has been one of the hard hitters for Mythic. At least in regulation.
She's been absolutely amazing this game. The only rifler that actually was able to help Flom out. Now into this one, it's Hayes. Look at this aggression. They're going for this split on B. Only 2 players to defend. Make it only 1. KMZ, he's all alone on B site, and Mythic, they're going to make their way back into tunnels here. They've got the lurk from Hayes shutting down the rotate. KMZ needs to go absolutely massive here, and no such thing is going to happen. That's the round essentially secured off the back of a great in-game read there for Mythic. That rotate was beautiful.
Might be it. A flashbang, the peak is from Silent. Mythic 19 to 16. Look at Flom, 37 and 19 deaths in 35 rounds. That is disgusting.
The interesting thing is that as Flom actually started to tax kills onto that score count, that's when Mythic was losing. You know, at the end of the half, we went into overtime there. Flom on the first round of overtime, I believe he found 4 kills. And after that, he stayed on 37 the rest of the game when his teammates finally activated.
Teammates, but I say hazed. Hazed activated. The man went beast mode in OT. I mean, he got an ace. I think it was either a 3K or a 4K into the other round. I mean, what more could you ask from him? He was a little quiet during regulation, but overtime, he definitely sprung to life. And that is Mythic claiming the 1916. Sometimes your palms are sweaty, ooh, and sometimes it's just mom spaghetti. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was mom spaghetti early on in the half for Hayes. You know, that B play for Oceanus, they made it really their staple in the second half there. They took B down 3 or 4 times on gun rounds, and Hayes just wasn't able to answer the entry fragging from Oceanus. And afterwards, it went a little bit better, bit better into overtime. And that's really the reason they were able to mount that comeback, make it happen, 19-16. And we should be heading here into the next game shortly.